What's up? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible Today, and Non-Fungible Tomorrow, and welcome to Monday. It is the start of a new week, and indeed, this will be a volatile week, and I will share with you the reason why. If you are interested in daily news related to crypto, related to the traditional market, and also related to the NFT market, this channel, this show is the live show that you stay subscribed to, and also like and subscribe, so that you could always get the latest news, and I will be here every day to share with you the latest news. So why is this week going to be a very volatile week? So according to Will Clemente, right, we have so many data that is going to be released this week. We have the PPI, which is the Producer Price Index final demand on Wednesday. FOMC minutes that is going to come out on Wednesday as well. The CPI, which is the core, the Consumer Price Index, which basically shows you the inflation rate, and also this has been affecting the market dumps previously, right? Initial jobless claims, okay? All of this is on Thursday, right? And the retail sales is on Friday. And definitely, in the past few months, when every time when we have these key dates, the market basically fluctuates greatly, right? And if you look at this, right, yeah, look at the impact that these will have in the market. So, for this week, basically the data related to inflation is gonna come up. The data about the Fed's attitude towards inflation, and also quantitative tightening, like hiking inflation. Hiking interest rate will happen basically this week, and therefore, get ready, guys. So, last week the market was basically very red, okay? It was a bloodbath in the market, right? So basically what happened is that the US added 263,000 jobs in September, and therefore, basically all major averages dropped because more and more people are having jobs. So people were speculating that the Fed is gonna raise interest rate even much tighter because the economy is good, right? It is not contracting, right? That we don't see like a contraction in the market, and therefore they will have to increase the interest rate. We also have the OPEC oil cut that is bad for the U.S. economy because OPEC's gonna cut oil supply to the U.S. but not to Europe, surprisingly, right? So that's this is the traditional market. But also if you look at this, right, China market isn't doing so well. China's holiday home sales fall by 37.7%. So people are not trying to go on a holiday, right? They're not trying to buy houses for the holiday. Okay. So this is one of the biggest news today that you have to see. Hong Kong-based fund manager About Capital acquired a 60% stake in top crypto exchange Huobi Global at supposed $3 billion valuation, which we'll basically cover very shortly. So this is the traditional market. If you look at the crypto market, total crypto market cap is 938 billion, okay, which is a decrease compared to yesterday. And also crypto market cap for the stablecoins actually went up. So what it means is that maybe people are moving to stablecoins, right? Because if it goes up and the market goes down, basically money is moving from cryptocurrency to stablecoins, okay? So if you look at this, Bitcoin dominance is still at a 41, Ethereum at 17.9, okay? So pretty much sideways, really. But if you look at Nansen, right, what smart money is really doing is that smart money is moving to wrap Ethereum and USDT, okay? So this two token is what smart money is doing. So it'll be interesting to see why, okay? So crypto news, native token of Bitcoin exchange Huobi jumped 18% amid fresh investment. So we just know that a Hong Kong firm has decided to invest 60% stake in the Huobi, okay? And then next one shows a new tool shows how much user loss and sales is. So there is a new tool that basically shows like a leaderboard of people who loses a lot of money because of putting it into Celsius, right? So it is kind of like a reminder that, everything right now is actually very risky, right? Centralized, lending protocol could be very risky. And it seems that only DeFi is the one that would make sure that because everything is governed by a smart contract, right? Besides smart contract risk or also exploit, like what happened to BSC last Friday, it seems that DeFi seems like to be the safer bet when it's come to lending and stuff like that, because there is no human element in there, but there is a technical failure element there. Okay, so it always reminds us that in the space we are still in a very early space, and also the risk is actually quite high when it comes to yield farming and stuff like that. And every time when you see a very high yield, the first question you need to ask, where is the yield coming from? And if it's not logical, if it doesn't make sense, it basically means you are the liquidity. So in India, will soon test e-rupee digital currency. So CBDC is a thing that's gonna happen globally. Okay. So moving on. So I think this is an interesting thing, right? Huobi, founder sells 100% stake to Justin Sun Fund. Okay. So if you look at this, right? Tron founder Justin Sun is reportedly the core investor of About Capital. Okay. So that is the reason why Justin Sun was actually fooling around on Twitter. Right? He is saying that he's at the Huobi global headquarters, and he was just fooling around. Okay, so if you I'm trying to pull the tweet for you, so maybe there is some there's some finance or data backing here, right? So look at this. If you look at this, Justin Sun said, I'm very honored to be appointed as a member of Global Advisory Board of Huobi Global and work with industry, academics, and policy leaders to help guide and grow this innovative, vibrant, and resilient organization in the latest chapter in global expansion. Okay? So maybe this fund is indeed being, is related to Justin Sun. Okay? So that is something that you need to know. So what does it mean for Tron, right? Because Justin Sun is actually the founder, of Tron, right? Tron DAO, okay? So maybe there will be more closer integrations of that, right? So it makes me bet the question, and that is, I'm actually curious about the price for Huobi right now, and why don't we go through it together, okay? So if we go to here, if we go to Huobi, okay, Huobi token, oops, let's see, let's go back, okay. Huobi. For those of you who do not know, Huobi is basically a Chinese word. It basically means fire coin, right? Maybe hot token. So Huobi HT token raised by 19.66%, okay? And this is because of the new investor. So, sometimes it's very hard for you to really catch these, but there was some minor pumps in between. So maybe there's a reason for that. So it always, maybe some people who use algo trading might be able to capture this. Look at this, 1 day gain, like 19.54% in a bear market. Don't forget that. And then if you look at Tron, okay, let's see if there's anything changes to Tron. 2.78%, okay, 2.78%. So there is this kind of correlation that's gonna happen, right? So here, crypto investor firm Blockwater Technologies default on DeFi loan, and the reason why I want to share with you is that this South Korean firm, failed to make a payment on a 3.4 million loan to TrueFi, a decentralized lending protocol. So the thing about when they default, right? Basically, the lending protocol will immediately just take up the money, right? It will take up the deposit, okay, and therefore DeFi, the TrueFi notice of default to them, right, after they fail to make a payment, okay. But it's interesting to see whether the loan, like the money that is being put into the DeFi platform, will it be seized by the will be liquidated, simply put, right, because they defaulted this. And if it does, then this DeFi protocol is really not being affected by the human element. So here, crypto community. So during the weekend, what happened was that PayPal had a new policy saying that they could seize your fund if you are spreading misinformation. So some people in the crypto space were saying that, hey, this is like a even Elon Musk jumped into this discussion, right? So David Marcus says, hard for me to openly criticize a company I used to love and gave so much to, but PayPal's new AUP goes against everything I believe in. A private company now gets to decide to take all your money if you say something they disagree with, okay? Insanity. So this gathered a lot of noise within the crypto space, saying that, PayPal is such a big company with a lot of money, but a policy change can basically make them have control of your money, okay? Like, for example, you spread some misinformation saying, hey, I don't like PayPal, blah, 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 PayPal, blah, blah. They could have the right to remove it, right? So this is an extreme example, but they could basically seize the money. So that's why people are saying that you need crypto. You need decentralized blockchain crypto in order to really truly own your digital asset. So this is what the narrative was during the weekend. So moving on next, so this is Huobi, but it's interesting. Justin Sun denies being the real buyer of Huobi 6 sales. So this is another report about Justin Sun, but he is right now doing a lot of moves for Huobi. So we'll see, right? We'll see how it develops further. So crypto news, NFT news. If you look at this, oh, and also this is another news, right? So this is also the same news about the Huobi acquisition by About Capital. And also basically they were talking about the founder was actually arrested in 2020, and that kind of made them go downhill, right? Because Huobi was actually banned in China, and it was actually very targeted to the Chinese market because the name itself is also Firecoin in Chinese, and actually 普通话. Okay. So NFT news. One of the NFT news I think is interesting to show here is Sky River game developers Horizon raised 40 million in funding, which is interesting. But this is actually a few days ago. But one of the biggest news is actually Frank announced DeGod ecosystem is going to zero royalties. So let's look at LFG news. Okay. So LFG news basically cover is basically a DeGod collection on Solana has moved to zero royalty with a lot of backlash. Okay. They also announced that people who bought Tomb on secondary will need to pay to review the NFTs. Okay. So there's always a discussion like, hey, if you move it to zero royalties, what does it mean for other projects, right? What does it mean for other teams that rely on royalty? Are you trying to set the precedent that NFT projects should not have royalties? Okay. But to be honest, it is a two-sided argument in a sense that nowadays it's a bear market, right? It is a very painful market. And for people to, if you have a really high secondary royalty, okay, it's very hard for people to trade, and it's very hard for people to take profit in a bear market, right? Because right now the game is to survive. Because when you think about NFT project, if it basically minted out, they basically have already raised the first batch of money. They raised the startup capital to run the business already, right? Secondary royalties is just like a sugar on a cake, right? So if a team has done the math correctly, if they made the mint price, basically every mint price, is a reason behind every mint price, and there's a concept called tokenomics, right? If they set it at a mint price and a total supply, and then if they feel comfortable with that, public sale or private sale, it basically means that they feel comfortable for a group of money, right? And then that money is used to run the operations, to develop the IP, to develop the NFT project, right? So secondary royalties is a sugar is icing on a cake that helps them do more. If and also kind of shows that it's kind of like tips that you give at a restaurant, right? So this is a huge new discussion, right? Next one is Artifact Tease Project Anima. So basically they're dropping a new collection, which is kind of like a pet. And then if you look at this, right, you can see how they're building the whole ecosystem, Artifact and Nike, right? And also how CloneX is getting a lot of attention because, they're saying that October is gonna be Clone-tober, right? And also, if you look at this, they are dropping this pet as another new collection to CloneX holder. And therefore, the prices of CloneX, kind of rallied a bit during the weekend, okay? So yeah, it's interesting to see that the design of this pet, well, there was some backlash saying that this is actually a coda that you see in the other side, right? But I think, could this be into a hoppable pet? Like, could there be some sort of arrangement with other side? And this could actually be used in other side, and that is a question I have. Okay? So me and Potato are gonna review Stage 4 Potato this week. They also announced a new website, so maybe we could check it out later. OpenSea CF O'Brien Roberts is leaving the company after less than 1 year after joining, okay? So yeah, and The Eternal by Anthony Hopkins will be minting on Thursday on OpenSea, okay? So this is a collection that is being, being teased by OpenSea, so it's gonna be featured on OpenSea, okay? So interestingly, a while back, people were saying that nobody was playing Decentraland, nobody was using the platform. Decentraland decided to come up with a news saying that, hey, there was some misinformation and these are actually the users. So there's around 56,697 monthly active user and 1,000 people interacting with smart contract. So it really shows you that the base isn't really as big when you compare with Roblox or other type of games that is in the Web2 space. So there is still a long way for them to go and to really make the game graphics and also the whole experience much more better for the general public. Okay? And also for builders themselves as well, because the online builder is actually quite limited, to be very honest. Like, I'm not trying to show them, but I have experience using it. I do think that there is a lot of things that could be improved. And yeah, guys, so that is it. Oh, Worldwide Web Tease Blockbuster. Okay, so it seems like there is a interesting thing. Okay, look at this. Welcome to Change City. Play as any NFT you want. So it seems like Worldwide Web 3, there's a 3D type of equivalent of Worldwide Web 3, right? There's only one rule here, if you're not one of these guys. So this is Kelvin, right? Pixelmon, work pools. So we're calling you all of the NFTs on the metaverse to help us defeat work pool for once and for all. So it seems like they're launching a new possible project. But from this trailer, you can see that they have 3D capabilities. So it isn't, Worldwide Web 3 isn't just pixel, right? So it seems like there might be something big that's happening in 3D, okay? Because if you see that they can make this trailer, it basically means they have all of these 3D assets, right? So you're creating NFT weapons, okay? Defender of Chain City, prepare to attack, okay? They're no match for Nakamoto's bat, okay? And you see different type of NFT. You see Cool Cats, you see the Mutant 8 Yacht Club, okay? And also you see the World Wide Web3, and also you see the Punks, okay? They're no match for... So it's kind of like a Pokemon type of thing, and Cybercon. Yeah, you also see Cybercon. So things are what cool, okay. So the reason why I'm not playing the audio is that I'm just afraid that there might be some background music that's gonna ban my video, but it really shows you that World Wide Web 3 does have some sort of, you know, 3D capability, okay? It's no longer just a 2D metaverse platform, but there might be some 3D capabilities, okay? But interestingly, while they're shooting a Cybercon, yeah, it's interesting, okay? And a bunch of other projects. So what does it mean, right? Is Cyberpunk part of the party or what? Okay. Oh, Clonex and another Cybercon destroying the city. Okay. So World Wide Web 3 coming soon with the Rocksbuster. Okay. So I think that is definitely generating some hype for the project as well. So out of curiosity, I want to see something, and I wanted to see whether this video basically pumped the World Wide Web floor price, okay? World Wide Web. So for those of you who do not know, World Wide Web 3 has a NFT collection that is on the Ethereum blockchain. They are 3 sizes of the land, and World Wide Web land. Okay, as you can see here, now the land is actually selling for this price, okay, for 0.389, okay. So one thing that I want to share with you is during the weekend, I was able to be on the Solana chain, and I was minting NFT, and the tools that they have is just amazing. This is Magic Eden, right? What you can do is actually you can search World Wide Web land over here, and this is all free. You don't have to buy or you don't have to log in, right? So this is the thing, and then you can use Pro Trade on Magic Eden, and you can see the listing that is live and also the most recent listing. And by here, you can sort a day and maybe 14 days, and you can see the trade. So it seems that the video itself wasn't really able to bring in a lot of volume and things like that. Okay, so this is an interesting way to use Magic Eden for the Ethereum blockchain, in case you do not know. So that's it, guys. That's it for today's video. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing out.